Hi everyone, welcome back. In this video we're going to review how to add events to the calendar. I just want to take a moment to recap where we are. In the previous video you should have watched an overview of Wile E. Coyote's baseline rec cap results screen and how this is used to create a recovery plan, which consists of goals, events, and resources. So it is important that events are part of the recovery plan. And the system does serve up goal templates, which you may have already gone through or you will be going through in a subsequent training. But just in case, it's important to know that these goal templates, the system does serve up based on how the client responds in the RECAP assessment. So these are all suggestions for things that the client, the navigator, can review. Say, yeah, these are the first 5 areas that I want to address as an example. And so I think that these goals are going to be very helpful in addressing those. Each of these templates allows the user to modify them into a SMART goal that works for that individual client. We all know that one size does not fit all. So these goals are easily modified, but they all start with goal templates, things that will address either growing recovery strengths or their barriers to recovery and unmet service needs, as we reviewed as in part of that overview in the last video. So let me show you what I mean. Let's say we want to engage in fitness and wellness activities. We're going to select on this one. And here's your goal template that's served up. Now, one of the tasks that's part of the first milestone for fitness activity is for the client to select fitness events from the public calendar to add to their personal calendar. So they need to go up to their personal calendar inside of their portal and decide which events they want to attend and opt in to attend them as part of that recovery care planning process. As you can see, it's the same thing for the wellness activity. So they need to go up to the public calendar, find wellness activities that they'd like to opt in to attend, and add those to their personal calendar as well. Well, a lot of these goal templates will include things like this. But the client can't go to the calendar and select events if there are no events in the system for them to attend. So it's important that we begin to source these things and fill the system with them. Some of them you may already know. Again, we discussed that earlier too. I'm sure you know about mutual aid groups that are available inside of the area, and maybe you know about education and resource events or trainings or life skills, money management courses, that sort of thing that are happening in the area. So we're going to go into the menu button here in order to add an event to the calendar. You're going to select events, and then you're going to select calendar. In order to add an event to the calendar, you're going to come down to the bottom right hand corner and select new event. I do just want to point out that it defaults to the day view, but you can always select week or month if you prefer. So in order to add the new event, like I said, we're going to select the plus button in the bottom right hand corner, which will open up your edit event screen. And let's say the event that we want to add is a live at 5 meeting. This is a mutual aid meeting in the area that happens every Saturday at 5 p.m. So we're going to put in the name of the event, live at 5. And we're going to select the RecCap domain that this would address. In this instance, mutual aid is always community capital. We're going to select the categories. What type of event is this? It's not a house meeting, but it is a mutual aid meeting. So we're going to select mutual aid. We're going to select whether or not this is private or public. So the difference between private and public inside of the ARM system is that private is meant for one client only. So if you only wanted Wiley to attend this event and to see this event on his calendar, then it would be private. If you want anybody enrolled in your organization to be able to see that this meeting happens every Saturday at 5 p.m. and they have the option to attend, it's going to be a public event. In most instances, your events will be a public event. We're going to select the start date. As I said, this one happens every Saturday, so I'm going to select the next Saturday, which is September the 3rd, and the time that the event starts, which is 5 p.m. The time zone should default to your time zone, which was set up as part of the application process here. And then you have whether or not this is a recurring event. If it's not a recurring event, then you just leave it as never. If it is a recurring event, which in this case it is, I'm going to select every Saturday. Now, I do want to point out that you have these other options, including other. So if this event actually occurred, let's say Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, I can come here and select Monday, Wednesday, and Friday rather than adding in 3 recurring events that I need to select for, a particular day of the month. Again, in this instance, I'm going to select every Saturday. We do need to change the end date. Because it's a recurring event, I don't want it to only be one day. I'm going to put it out for a year from now. Let's say September 9th, 2023. I'll reevaluate then. Now, it starts at 5, but it ends at 6 p.m. So my end time is going to be 6 p.m. The next section deals with whether or not you would like your clients to be able to check in that they attended this event from their client portal. Now, for other meetings, such as maybe house meetings, for an example, if you select Activate Client Check-in, this gives both your clients the ability to log into their portal directly from the house meeting and say that they are in attendance or that they did attend this event. But it also still allows your house managers or your staff to log into the portal and mark attendance there as well, which you'll see when we get to the next screen. So we do want to encourage clients to check in as much as we can. I'm going to leave this one as yes. If you know the event location, that would be this one. And if and as you can see there, when I started typing this one in, it was connected to Google Search. And so it would bring up the address and location on Google Maps. So you can just start typing in and it will have it here. If there is a website for this event, you can include that here. If there was a registration page to the type of event, you can include this here. And all of these details would be available for the client. Once you hit save, then it's live in their system so they can access location, website, registration page, etc. You can use tags if you wanted to. This is completely internal, so you can tag it with AA, or you can tag it with 12-step, or you can tag it with closed meeting, that sort of thing. And this is your description box, which we highly recommend so the client knows a little bit about this event when they're selecting it from their calendar, because they may not know what Live at 5 is. So this is a closed meeting, mixed gender, rotating format, so it gives them a little bit of information about this event, and then you would just take save. Now I'm going to go in and actually open up the one that's already on the calendar because I have created Live at 5. So if we go here, I'm going to go down to this one. And as you can see, once it has been created, this is what it looks like. We have Live at 5, AA group, it's mutual aid. This is the name of the event, it's a mutual aid group. As you saw, we chose that from the calendar. The date of the event, the time. This is the description we added in, the map. The open lock indicates this is a public event. And because I've already assigned individuals or groups to this event, anybody who's been assigned is listed here. I can see the attendance list and if anybody is marked as mandatorily attending this event or if it's optional for others. And I can either mark people as attended, rate their level of engagement from 1 to 5, and add any notes regarding their attendance or performance or engagement, etc. As part of this event individually here. We will go into how to assign groups or locations or anybody to individual events as part of the next video. But just remember to fill out that edit screen and select save in the top right hand corner when you're done, and that will at least get these events into the calendar.